I pursued this woman in the interest of finding out if we might end up, hooking up or going out or whatever. It didn't work out. She rejected me. So that is something that happens in life. It's probably for the best. She's extremely sweet and kind and pretty and good. And, in a lot of ways, more than everything a man could ask for. We spent a lot of time together today. We spent 6 hours together, and we'd spent a couple hours together previously. We'd communicated in other ways. And I think it would have been ill-advised for us to get together. I came to that conclusion when she mentioned gray water solutions, and this is not typical of this day, okay? I want to stress this. This is not how this thing played out most of the day, the whole time together. This is the exception, but this is when I realized this probably is not going to work out, Eric. You're not going to want to play perfect guy all the time, right? Because, I was talking to her, and she said gray water solutions, and then I was like, yeah, it's interesting about gray water solutions because they're kind of like a half-assed solution, you know what I mean? Because nobody would want that product if there wasn't a water shortage. And then yes, you did, Eric. Oh my God. Yeah, you did it. Then you proceeded to tell her about your plan to provide individual desalinators and build infrastructure to move seawater inland. Not a good idea. What chick wants to hear that? Nobody. No, what anybody wants to hear that? Hey, want to hear about my theories on gray water solutions? And my plan to solve the water shortage by building an infrastructure to ship seawater inland and encouraging or just making available for individuals to buy individual-sized desalination plants. That's a good idea, right? I think it's a great idea. It's a brilliant fucking idea. But girls don't. She definitely didn't want to hear. I'm pretty sure she didn't want to hear about it. In fact, we almost for like a split second started getting a little bit of an argument because I think she thought I was sort of like dissing gray water solutions. I was like, no, I'm just saying they're great right now in the status quo. I mean, they're fine and wonderful. I'm just saying that the only reason that they're a good thing in the status quo is because we have a water shortage and have failed to achieve solvency on that issue. And if we had my plan implemented, then obviously that would render the gray water solutions pointless and cause the gray water market to crash, of course. Yeah, I thought that was a good idea. Explain that all to her. Oh, but I swear to God, I swear that was like the only fucking time I did that the whole day. Well, I mean, I wasn't perfect. I tried. I really fucking tried to be perfect. I slipped up a couple times, and there was a couple moments where maybe I got a little boastful, but I also thought at a couple moments that maybe I needed to establish I was adequately alpha. Like all of her old boyfriends were like fighter pilots and bear wrestlers and shit. So I'm like, well, fuck those guys. I can beat them, whatever. I mean, they wouldn't roll up on me, I'll tell you that, and that's true, right? That's fucking true. You be the most badass MMA fighter in the world, you're not gonna roll up on me. Hell no. I don't need my fists to fucking crush people. If I wanted to. But I really, really do not want to. And I don't. Except for one person. I crushed her pretty good. I'm continuing to crush her. She totally deserves it. I'm talking about my former employee now. Sorry to segue into... If you've never watched one of my videos before, then you don't know the kind of random shit I ramble on about. Then you probably wouldn't understand the reference. But, yeah, I got fired unfairly. And, now things are good. Now things are good. Now I'm really looking forward to the tournament this weekend. I have high hopes. But if we lose, it's my very first tournament with the squad. So, I mean, how high can expectations be? I've made an effort to point out the fact that multiple times to multiple people that a team is a living entity that grows and becomes something, and continues to become. And it never really is something except for the very end of the year, that team at Nats. That is a thing, right? And it's what you remember from the year, really. That's the when you think about like, oh, my team that year, you think about the team took the Nats. You don't think necessarily about a lot about the shit that happens during league season and stuff like that. It's nice, but if you're competing at the top level, I mean, if I'm not winning a national championship, I'm going to be disappointed. And it's how it should be. It's not, and I've never won one either, by the way. I've never won a debate one. I've won a speech one. I mean, I didn't win it. The kid won it. Yeah, Eric, you're out there winning tournaments. No, I'm not. But you know the fucking point. Coaches get to compete too. Alright? There's only two people on a football team who have a win-loss record. Coach and the quarterback. Same thing with debate. Alright? The only two people on the debate have a win-loss record. Coach and all of his debaters. So, they all have their win-loss record. I got mine. I measure on a different metric. I might be looking at progress metrics. I might be looking at, it depends. It depends where the team is and what I think they need to do. But now that I believe in myself, now that I know that I can do this shit, now that I really understand, it's one thing to suspect you're good at something because what the results seem to be suggesting, but not really believe it. Because why would you really believe it if you don't understand it? I seem to be successful if I don't understand why exactly. Now I understand why. And that means I understand a lot better how. Necessarily. So I'm pretty confident right now. I'm walking through life feeling pretty swaggy. Something like what happened today to me, which didn't happen to me. No. That's such a fucking misnomer, right? Something that happened, if I shared an experience with a woman like the experience I shared with a woman today, which was not involving any of my body parts or her body parts. I'll tell you that. When you share such an experience with a woman, not very many years ago, I would say not very many months ago, something like that would have absolutely killed me for such a long time. I would have been I would have indulged in that self-hating thing that I used to do all the time. But I don't have to do that anymore. Why bother? Takes a lot of energy. Doesn't feel good. The thing is, it's hard to feel that okay unless you feel really good about everything else in your life, you know? I've never been good with women. I think that's fair. I don't think I'm being overly critical of myself or saying, like, stop trying to... I was saying this to myself the other night. Like, don't limit yourself like that, Eric. You're good with women. You could be good with women if you want. You decide you are. Why not? It works with everything else. Well, the answer is because I'm not very good with women. And I'm also not very good at the high jump. So, why is it not possible that I'm not good with women? Well, there's a hybrid ground here, okay? Which is, I think, I start with a weak hand. However, despite my failure to successfully seduce this woman, when I say seduce, again, I don't mean take advantage of and just like hit and quit kind of shit. No, I don't roll like that at all. I just mean to successfully take that relationship to the next stage and then let it play out however it plays out. I tend to just sort of settle in for the long term right away, you know, but that may be something I need to work on. Maybe something I need to adjust. Because one should be picky and one should be cautious with other people's feelings as well. Because I don't want to rush headlong into something and then go like, yeah, why did I do this? You know, I don't want that to happen. So I have to be cautious. And I also have to be picky. First of all, because I can. I should be able to. If I can't, then I'll be a little bit less picky. But I'm going to try picky first. I went for very, very attractive woman first. I think she's super hot, personally. Most people would say she's probably less hot than she used to be, but I wouldn't say that. And anyway, so that's why I shot what I believe to be above my I found it unlikely to be an accessible. Let's see. Rolling up on me. The neighbor. I guess I'm still harboring sort of glimmers, like, he's gonna show up and be like, you know what, fuck it. Take off your clothes. I'd be like, that's quite abrupt. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. But no, that's not going to happen, and I actually don't want that to happen. So, yeah, that's not probably a good idea. Anyway, well, yeah, I probably do want that to happen. I don't want to lie. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, as they say. Anyhow, so moving forward, I realized I want to date. I want to date women, and I want to meet more women, and I want to go out with them and have dinner with them and stuff like that. You know, like dating. I want to do that. First, I thought I wanted to do it. Then I thought, fuck no, because I tried Match.com and I didn't like that at all. And then I realized I do want to do that. I want to date. I should be able to. If I'm not able to quite yet, then I need to make more money. Women like money, I think. A lot of them do. I mean, look, the thing is, if I'm going to be dating that kind of women, though, then I'm certainly not going to want to settle down with them. I don't know if I really want to go conquering, as they say, or as some people might think of it. I'm pretty sure I don't want to go conquering. But, you know, I do, I'm fully aware that there are a fair number of women out there who would like to not be tied down to anything. They just want to engage in short-term relationships. I don't think I want that at all, though. But there's probably a hybrid woman who's sort of like, well, I want one of those kind of like hybrid-y relationships, you know? Where I'd like her not to be seeing anybody else, for sure. And I would not see anybody else, for sure, while I was sleeping with any one person. But I wouldn't necessarily want a huge commitment either, you know? And, I mean, I wouldn't want a huge time or life commitment, I guess, is what I'm saying. But yeah. I want to go meet women. And I know that women look at me and they say, there's not a viable option. But you know what? I think if I can chat them up a bit, I think I might be able to successfully woo some. I don't think that's an unreasonable suspicion. So, now I just gotta go find some women to woo. Yeah, well, that's the problem, right? Where do you go woo women? I don't know. Where do you go woo women who might be well wooed by me? See, the other thing is, do I really want to craft my behavior so carefully? I certainly can. I should, actually. I should totally, like, try. And see what happens. I'm feeling my oats right now. I'm feeling pretty bold. This is not normally what I would expect to feel as a consequence of rejection. But in part because she was so kind to me across the board, and so such a wonderfully decent and nice person, and careful with my feelings. That it at least afforded me an opportunity to gather data. And gathering data is an extremely powerful thing to do. There's a lot you can do with data. Data, a good mind, and a place to stand. Then, and only then, will the lever move the world. Amen. It's a play on an aphorism. An old aphorism. Give me a long enough lever and a place to stand, and I will move the world. So, old saying my dad used to say to me. Yes, it is. Is it an old saying from that he was? It sounded like a quote. He presented it as like a quote. Is that actually an old saying? I don't know. Give me a long enough lever and a place to stand, and I shall move the world. I think his point in general when he was using it too was like, he used it as if and buts for candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. He kind of used it like that thing, I think. Like, yeah, well, you know what they say. Give me a long enough lever and a place to stand, and I'll move the world. It would seem to me that's probably how he used it. It's not actually how he used it in my memory. But that would make sense. It would be a good narrative if he used it like that. I have no idea how he used it. In my memory, it's just, I can hear him sort of saying it like, yep, if you have a long enough lever and a place to stand, you can move the world. I just sort of hear him, I picture myself in the car, my dad driving, me in the back seat, hearing him say that. I'm trying to explain the leverage to me. Dad, I should have said, Dad, I'm not interested in your goddamn space stuff. Alright? I don't want to hear about your space leverage. Space leverage. Talk about time leverage. Time leverage is much, much more powerful, first of all, because it's actually implementing impact in the things in life that you care about, which are like other people, mostly. You know, I mean, getting the shit you want, getting shit done your way instead of somebody else's way that's dumb, right? That's about it. And have a pleasant evening.